Good morning, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. And we've got news out of Ocracoke, where Highway 12, at least parts of Highway 12, remain closed. The NCDOT says ferries brought crews over to Ocracoke earlier this morning to continue their work to clear the highway. Now, it's been closed between the Northern Ferry Terminal and the National Park Service Pony Pens since the weekend due to ocean overwash. Now, the Hatteras-Ocracoke ferry route is still suspended due to the conditions. The DOT says the road is expected to reopen at 6 p.m. today, but that will depend on high tide and the conditions that result afterwards. Now, Highway 12 on Pea Island is still open. For more information on updates on Highway 12, you can visit the drivenc.gov site. You can find a link on our website, WITN.com. In other news, we've got the Beaufort, North Carolina Lions Club going to be hosting a public safety event today for White Cane Day. In partnership with the town of Beaufort, the Beaufort NC Lions Club is inviting the public to gather at the intersection of Front and Craven Streets from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The event will help educate people about the mandated lawful requirement to yield to individuals using a blind white cane or a guide dog assisted walker at all intersections and designated crosswalks in North Carolina. The event will also celebrate the recent revision made to the NC white cane law, which makes failure to stop at an intersection or crosswalk for a blind or low vision person who is using a white cane or a guide dog as a Class 2 misdemeanor. After being signed by Governor Josh Stein this July, its enforcement will take effect on December 1st, 2025. White Cane Day is nationally recognized on October 15th each year in an effort to raise awareness of people with visual impairments who carry a white cane. And now for your weather forecast. Things, unfortunately, still cloudy out there, still looking cloudy, but through the day we will see those clouds depart eastern North Carolina. It's one where if we take a look at all of our cameras around the area, it's still just gray. But the rest of North Carolina is right now looking very sunny. So again, if you are really itching for more sunshine early on in the morning, I would say head west. The farther west you go, the clearer your skies will end up being. But the cloud cover today will depart. We will certainly end the day with more sunshine, obviously, than what we're seeing right now through our News River cam. There's a view outside of New Bern. 61 degrees, comes with a northerly breeze at 9 miles an hour. Again, these clouds not producing any sort of raindrops over the east, but still kind of keeping those air temperatures quite a bit cooler than what I know many of you would be hoping for. 62 degrees in Morehead City, also come with a northerly wind at 8 miles an hour. Dew points in the upper 50s, meaning that humidity not a problem today. Of course, that's helping keep the air rain-free. The drier the air is, the more difficult it is to squeeze any raindrops out of it. Right now in Greenville, 57 degrees. Again, still seeing that northerly breeze. But rain showers not present over the region. Air temperatures will be warming up into the low 70s today. But if we stick with the clouds a little bit longer than anticipated, again, we anticipate most of the clouds over between I-95 and Highway 17. Those will likely depart over the next few hours. Give it about 3 hours and those clouds will again start to pull away from eastern North Carolina. Those of you along the Outer Banks, I do apologize. You guys again are looking at a cloudy day from start to finish as that area of high pressure is just taking its time as far as expansion. We're seeing that because we're still seeing a fairly breezy wind range, I should say, across the area. The higher those winds are, the slower that high pressure system is expanding into eastern North Carolina. High pressure systems, usually we see calmer winds, but because it's going to be staying breezy, that high really is kind of slacking, if you will, not doing its job. So slow clearing today will leave us with, again, certainly warmer temperatures coming up later on today over the second half of the day. But first half still, again, looking gray and cloudy out there. But those clouds pretty much sitting right along I-95 and then eastward, it's just, again, gray. But off to the west, there is a lot of sunshine. That area of high pressure will help uncover that sunshine tomorrow and Friday. We will get a weak frontal boundary working its way into the east, coming up later on Thursday night into Friday. But that will be a dry front, not resulting in really any rain showers. But that front you saw off to the west, that one will be with us coming up late Sunday into Monday, where some spotty rain showers will be possible. We're not looking at any sort of widespread rain event, certainly no severe weather with that incoming system, but air temperatures will take a little bit of a hit, going from the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees on Sunday, down to the low 70s for Monday and Tuesday of the following week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.